Sarah Earl, and I'm the program director here at Tutoring Chicago. Thank you so much for a fantastic kickoff week. We welcomed many new tutors and students to our Tutoring Chicago family, and we are beyond excited to get started this year. To start us off, I just wanted to talk about a few things that were new to Tutoring Chicago. This is for returning tutors. For our new tutors, this should have been something that you learned in orientation, but it's just a good reminder. So we're gonna get started with a few things in the student folder. In your students folder, you should find a monthly student and tutor log. At the beginning of each month, it's really important for you and your student to sit down and discuss a goal that you would like to accomplish for the month. You can go ahead and put that goal right in this box. The goals can be academic, social, emotional, behavior. Really the goal should be whatever the student needs to improve upon. It's also important to develop a plan in order for your student to reach that goal. And you can go ahead and put the plan right on week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. The second part of the student and tutor log is the point tracker. At the end of every night, you're going to pull out this point tracker and fill it out. It's important to put the date and the tutor and your name up at the top, and even if you are subbing, it's important to fill this out as well. So you want to talk with your student about what you accomplished that night and go ahead and write it down. You also want to talk with your student about what you need to work on for next week so that when next week comes, you can hit the ground running and not waste time figuring out what to do. You also want to give your students points for their behavior. We have 3 rules at Tutoring Chicago. All students are expected to try their best, to be responsible, and to be respectful. If your student is doing an amazing job and that night, you can go ahead and give them a 2. If you needed to redirect, and if your student just had an okay night, you can go ahead and give them a 1. If your student needs to definitely improve, then you can go ahead and give them a 0. If you are ever confused about what to give your student, a 2, a 1, or a 0, we have another great resource in the student folder called the behavior descriptors, and you can use that sheet to help you identify which point value you should give your student. We also have another section called additional points. So if you did any of the following activities during your tutoring session, you can go ahead and give your student an additional point for that. If you worked on a SMART activity, if you read for 20 minutes or more, or if you practiced your math facts, each one of those activities, students can get 1 more additional point. The last part of the student and tutor logs is the end of the month reflection. It's important at the end of the month to go back and look at the goal that you set and to complete this reflection. So you want to circle, did your student accomplish this goal for the month? If yes, how do you know your student accomplished this goal? If no, what happened? Why did what could you have done differently? And then thinking about this past month, what areas does your student need to work on for next month? At the end of the month, you want to take your completed student and tutor log to the store with you, and students will be able to redeem the points that they earned. This month, because this is something new, students will receive an extra 5 points at the store if their tutor and student log is completed. So please make sure to take some time and get that completed with the students. Thank you so much for everything that you are doing for our students, and we hope you have a wonderful week at Tutoring.